So we have first light on the Omicron astrograph f2.8. Yeah, Newtonian. It's not easy peasy lemon squeezy to get culminated or to get in a back focus. Culmination I think actually was okay in the end here. Maybe. I have struggled with back focus to get the stars nice. They're still not perfect in the edge. So, but I'm just gonna run for a bit here and see what comes out of it, and then I'll keep changing if I need to. I think maybe there's some light pollution here. I haven't checked where my neighbor's light is yet. Let's see what the next image comes out. Number 2. Right. So, yeah, as I said, the stars aren't perfect, especially not in the edge where this is the top corner. Kind of fringing. Something isn't perfectly right. This is 1 2-minute image. Actually, I'm going to bring out. So that was the Rosette in 3 minutes, 200 gain. Same camera, but with the Equinox. Right. So that's Equinox. And this is the number 3 with a little satellite. Yeah. So, as we could have figured, it's going to be a lot brighter in the nebulosity because it's faster, much faster. This is 2 minutes instead of 3 minutes, and it's half the gain if that does any difference. Yeah, a lot more contrast. Seen the darker fields here. Yeah. So it's just the very edges of the field that it needs to be. I think it's back focus that I need to work on a little bit, but nebulosity wise, it looks really nice. Yeah. So our target went into the tree line, the Rosette nebula. So I went and started imaging something slightly above the tree line for a while. It's the Monkey Head nebula. Yeah. Never done it. I tried it a few times and it's been rubbish. Yeah, I'll just keep doing this for as long. It's a very nice little target. I like it. Yeah. Okay, so we had a successful first light on my light speed rig. Yeah, works okay. Still has to tweak a little things like back focus. I think the culmination was actually okay, yeah, as far as I can tell. But I think back focus needs to be fixed a little bit more. Like the edges aren't good at all. But yeah, I think it's. We'll take a look at the images. So then here we are. Yeah, CGM out. The Omicron astrograph 150 over 420. F2.8 Newtonian with the ASI 2600 MC Duo. We got the ZW EAF autofocuser. That one I haven't got working. I mean, it works. I can focus with it, but the autofocus function in Selma doesn't work. It just goes out of focus and then you can't find stars. So that doesn't work. So I'm basically just doing it manually, which isn't ideal. So all in all, good first light. Might get some like bobs knobs things in the back here instead of these screws that we have here. That would be convenient not to fiddle around with Allen keys.
So we have night number 2 with the Omegon astrograph. And it's getting better. And nothing is really as I thought it would be. So it's fast. It's really nice. Yeah, there's a lot of light coming in, which is really the whole reason why we got this one. And that is lovely. But like say, the setting up isn't really perfect or just by the book, because it's supposed to have a 55mm back focus, and when I measure it, I'm off. Yeah, I'm out. I know I have a filter, and the filter adds a little bit, but unless it's like a 5mm thick filter, adding some 3.5mm or at least 2.5mm, then I'm just off, because I think I'm measuring like 58.5mm now. I'm out, but the stars are getting better and better in the corners as I progressively is increasing the back focus. So, don't know. And I mean, if we look at the very edge of the thing here, the stars are slightly elongated, yeah, inwards, and every corner they are coming in the same way. After this, like we did the monkey head yesterday, let's shoot the jellyfish, isn't it? Some shapeless, yeah, jellyfish nebula. You do that, yeah. Test it out. Monkey head was the first time I did it. It was nice, yeah, really nice. I did that in same thing as here, 2-minute exposures. I did get a lot of it. Yeah, I got like 40 or something. Yeah. I'm sure I can squeeze more of a processing there, but yeah, that was a good target. So jellyfish, perhaps. What do you say, Selma? I don't know if I've introduced you to Selma. Well, I know I haven't. I don't know if you've seen Selma in there. So, oh, there you are. Selma is my Mexican tarantula. She is one of my oldest friends. Yeah, I've had her since 2011. Yeah, so she's pushing like, I don't know how old she was when I got her. Maybe 15, 16 years now. Yeah. Old girl. Yeah. Anywho.
All right. So after looking at me goofing around, we're going to take a shot on a little review here. What do I think after a couple of nights? Yeah, so I got the Omegon Pro Astrograph 150 over 420 here. And I bought it with the L-enhanced filter. And I also got the ZWO's electronical autofocuser. The camera I'm using is my fresh ASI 2600 MC Duo. Yeah, very good match for this type of telescope. Yeah, and so that's the setup. And one of the things that got me a little bit worried at first was the combination of these fast astrographs. Yeah, they're supposed to be really sensitive to things like combination, focus, back focus, all that. So to do that, I got this little laser culminator. Yeah, we've seen that. I've tried to use that, and yeah, I mean, it works really nice. For someone who have never culminated in Newtonian before, it works really well. Yeah. What did scare me a little bit was people saying like, "Oh no, those laser culminators aren't good. You need to have like an eyepiece type of culminator, and because if these are not properly calibrated, the laser isn't straight out the barrel, then you can culminate, but you're gonna culminate it in error." So that got me a bit worried. So I wondered, how can you test that? And after reading a little bit, I found out that, well, what you can do is that you stick this in the nose piece adapter, clamp it down, and do your culmination. But then what you do is that you loosen it, and then you turn it a little bit, and then you clamp it back up again. And you keep doing that all the way around. And if the laser doesn't stay in the center the whole way around, then the laser is out of culmination. And then you can then you need to calibrate that, yeah. And you can do that on a like a flat surface. You basically just hold it on a flat surface, and then you rotate it, and you see that the laser stays rotating on its own axle. And if it throws off, you use the little screws to culminate it or to calibrate the laser. Yeah, but it works fine, so I'm happy. I'm not gonna screw around with that or fix something that's not broken. So that works fine. Yeah, I was super happy about that. And the other thing is back focus. Yeah, so this is set to be 55 millimeter from the M48 adapter, and so I set it to that, and I anticipated it to be slightly too close because of the filter extending the light path slightly. But the comet, the stars and the edges looked a little bit comet-shaped or elongated towards the center. Yeah, so that's what I would expect. So I moved it out slightly, and the stars got better. So I thought, oh, great. But they were still like comet-shaped. So I've been keeping adding like spacers in, and the stars gets better, yeah, in the edges. Still not perfect, but they do get better. But now we're out of the 55 millimeter back focus. Yeah, we're about maybe 57 or 58 something. So that's a bit funny. In the guide ship, however, the stars are elongated like in the radial way, like you would expect if you're too far outside the optimum back focus. So I don't know. This is just a trial and error. As long as the images gets good and we can guide, then I don't. Yeah, it's just I'll live with it. Guiding, I mean, since it's very fast and high, low focal length, then it's quite forgiving for guide errors anyway. But I've been doing like 2-minute exposures, and we collect light like nothing else. It's just whooping in light a lot more than 5-minute on my f6.5 refractor. So yeah, this is really nice. This is exactly why I bought this. Yeah, I'm like an astro tourist. I go to a target, I shoot it, and then I jump on the bus to go to the next attraction. Yeah, shoot that one. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And that's only really what I can do here because I have trees and stuff in the way, and you have clouds and things coming around. So you have to just do what you can with the limited time you can do it. So, and that this fills that purpose perfectly. So I'm super happy. Yeah. So some nights I've been using this, I'm just getting more and more excited to keep using it. Yeah. Anything else? Yeah, like the filter works perfectly. I bought it because it was the L-enhanced filter was because it was recommended for the Rasa at f2, so it's going to be perfect for this as well, and it is. Yeah, it works really well. It cuts off a lot of light pollution. Yeah. The camera is supposed to be really nice for this setup. Yeah, pixel wise for the focal length, and yeah. The electronical focuser works really well. You can use that to set the focus, but the automatic focusing function in K-stars and Ecos does not work properly. Don't know why. It just I can even in the automatic function it just focuses on noisy background and it does nothing, or it just throws it off. If I do an manual focus, almost perfect, and then I just pick a star, it just throws it out of focus and then loses it. So I have to work on that part. But it works as a focusing tool. I can sit inside and use it. I don't have to stand out there with a bathroom mask and forget it on and all that. So I guess it's good. Yeah. Anything else? No. Super happy. I'll take a look at some images. Maybe compare with a few old ones. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna take a look at some data. I know this video is getting long, but you can't really uh, do a review on telescopes without looking at telescope data. Yeah. So starting from the right here is the old with the ASI 1600 mm Pro, yeah, the monochrome camera with my 6.5 f telescope refractor, yeah. And then I took this one, same refractor, but with the ASI 2600, yeah. So this only had like this is 5-minute exposures. I think it was like at least some 15, 20 subs. This one had only 8 3-minute subs. But what we can see here is that it does have a little bit more nebulosity to it. I mean, they're processed, yes. Pretty much the same way. I mean, noise exterminator and blur exterminator and some of that, but the other stretching is pretty much the same, yeah. So I did like the result from this, although I do like the colors and everything here, but yeah, I had a lot more to work with. So but then I got the my new Omegon astrograph, yes. So first I took one image here, and it didn't have as many subs, yeah. But if we compare this to, say, this one, then that had the same camera but a different telescope, it does look like we have a lot more nebulosity. It's very noisy, yeah. It still didn't have. I haven't noise reduced this in all in the same way as I did with this one, but there is a lot more going on here. Yeah, you see it's just filled in with a lot more nebulosity. That's just really not there in this one. And then we did a 33 sub image. Carried on, and yeah, I mean, this is so much nicer. I mean, just very basic processing, but still, with all that subs, you had much better control of the noise, as you do, and the nebulosity. It's super nice, yeah. And this is like an hour and a half, if even, yeah, not even an hour and a half, like 80 minutes something. Super nice. I absolutely love it, yeah. So again, comparing that with the first mono camera, yeah, I mean, if you like this colors, I do like these colors, but this has a lot of promise. This, yeah. So, and this is, like I say, this is, to do this, I have to work for at least a full night, yeah, because you need to do all the colors, all the 3 colors separately. This, you get it all at once, yeah. And I do actually, these refraction spikes or diffraction spikes, I thought I was gonna hate them, but I don't. I don't. So now we go to the next target that we went to, the monkey head. So this was some 40 images, yeah, subs. It's quite nice, yeah. Look at it. You got all these like contrasts in here. It's a very nice little target. Never shot it before, but yeah. Super. I think that most people look at it like this. So you see a monkey head like this, like you have a head, the forehead, the eyes here, the nose. Maybe he's got this little hand here munching on something. Yeah. Yes. I like it like this. Yeah. The 2 eyes here. You got the face here, burning here. Anyway, so that's just me. Next target that I did here was the jellyfish. Yeah, this is also like some 30, I think, subs. Yeah, that is nice. Yeah, I tried its target once or twice, and it just turned into rubbish. But this is really nice. I like it. Yeah, low nebulosity, this region. Yeah, as I say, the diffraction spikes around the stars. Yeah, I'm not bothered. Also, with this filter is halos. There are, well, yeah, you can see a little halo there actually in this very strong star. I haven't seen that before actually, but yeah, in this very strong stars, you do see halos, but they're not bothering anyone, at least not me. I did on my narrowband filters from Omegon. They had some crazy sharp halos. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, yeah, super nice. And this is not as many subs. It's not overly processed. Well, there's a bit of noise reduction and blur extermination and all that, like everybody does these days. But yeah, looking forward to keep using this little telescope. I do. So, on that note, may the dark side be with you. See you next time.